I did, yeah. I started in LA and then I went to college in Boston. So, I just like learned what community was and then I moved.
Makes sense. All that. Boston's pretty cool community too.
It just started growing. Like when I was going there were like 10 of us. Yeah, I saw you taught at, yes, Chris is a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I taught at Regal and then
Oni, yes. I did Oni all the time. Alright, you're ready? Okay. Hi, everybody! Can we just come a little closer? Just a little bit closer. Wonderful. So I'm going to ask them some questions, and then if there are any questions that you guys still want to ask, then we'll go ahead and do that. But first, can you guys both talk about your journey in dance and kind of where you started and how you got to where you are literally here today?
Nice.
You can be brief or whatever.
Let's see. I started dancing in high school. I was originally doing cheer because I couldn't dance and nobody would take me because I didn't know any techniques or anything. So I joined cheer so that I could dance. And then I learned enough to go to hip hop class. And then I joined the hip hop team. And then I started there. I joined a community team my freshman year of college. Learned that people do this for a job. Like, I didn't know that when I was growing up. I thought it was for like 10 amazing people in the world that can do that. But I saw a bunch of people pursuing it, and I was like, wow, this is a path. And then that's when I like started getting inspiration to like actually go for it. And then I went to college, did all that, and then after college, it was like, do I get a job or do I dance? Because I've been dancing for so long, like only dancing. So it was like I had to stop dancing to like pursue a job, like a 9-to-5 career if I wanted to do that. But then I thought like 10 years down the line, I'm definitely gonna regret this. So I just left it all and I was like, let me just try it for like a year and a half. I'll give myself a year and a half to try it. And then it's been 2.5 years now. So it's worked out. Yeah, it's worked out. But once I started pursuing it, I moved to New York and I've been dancing there, teaching for about a year now. I'm still learning about myself and how I teach, how I choreograph, how I dance, all of that stuff. But it's going. I'm still here. Yeah.
For me, Black, so like family barbecues, weddings, all that stuff. Like that's where I started dancing. You feel me? And that's when it was like, oh yeah, like that kid dance. I feel like they almost like labeled me before I even really knew, And kind of like she was saying, like I feel like at that time and until I found dance, I always thought dance was like just like movie stuff. Like I thought it was just like You Got Served, Step Up, like Michael Jackson videos. Like I thought those just like actors who just so happened to like know how to dance. So I just thought it was just like Hollywood still. I didn't know we can do what we do. So watching America's Best Dance Crew, all the seasons, and then Most Wanted Crew came on, and Ian Eastwood, like I was just like into like Most Wanted Crew and the YouTube. That was like 2012 YouTube era, you know what I'm saying? Like YouTube Prime dance era, So Most Wanted Crew were like going around traveling. Urban Dance Camp was like the thing to watch. Fair Play, like that's like where my aha moment came in of like, oh, like dance is a thing that people actually do. Like that's insane, Like I didn't know you can like go, again, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know you can just go take class and like be around other dancers just like Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, I thought it was just like Hollywood actors. So started like taking class, and then I wanted to move to LA so bad when I was 18. I started taking class when I was 16. I wanted to move to LA so bad when I was 18, but my parents was like, you gotta go to college. So I'm damn, like, I don't want to go to college, but I hear it, I'm saying, plan B. So went to college with my parents, pretty much. Got an engineering degree somehow. And then my thought process was like, okay, like I'm in a small city, which Chicago's not really a small city, but like, you know, it's not LA or New York or Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but I'm not about to let that hold me back, you know what I'm saying? From being a professional dancer, which from outside of LA, to me at the time, that only looked like traveling and teaching. Like, I'm like, okay, let me try to be like Scott Forsyth and like, it was hella people, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was like, okay, let me try to just be one of those who just like so artistic that people want me to come out and teach. Like, that was like my goal, you know? And then being around people like Annie and John Keese and like, honestly, Chicago got some amazing like art, like Matt Pumanes, like we got some amazing people in Chicago. So I feel like that definitely just helped me want to find my own style because their styles are so distinct. And I always felt like I was like the kid who, I don't know if y'all watched like My Hero Academia, but it's like I always felt like I was the kid who didn't really have any natural superpowers, but like everybody else had natural superpowers. And like I'm just like a nerd about dance, so I'm just studying all these little techniques and learning everything to like build this arsenal, you know? And I would just say, to cut everything short, I spent the next 10 years in that mindset, and I just ended up moving to LA like 2 or 3 years ago. But started teaching, doing this kind of thing about 7, 8 years ago, which is a blessing and like so crazy. Believe in your dreams. I always feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it, kind of thing. You just gotta just be a nerd about it, is what I've learned for myself.
Nice.
Sorry, that was a hit off.
So you both talked about going to school. How was that in relation to pursuing your dance career? Like, were you dancing while you were in school, or like how are you balancing the two while continuing to like progress in your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I learned that I loved dance my freshman year of college, so I was already in it. So I couldn't like back out now. So I kind of just like went full send with it. But I did the bare minimum for school once I figured out. Yeah. I did all my assignments, I did all my homework, I went to class, but afterwards, like the after hours, I was only dancing. And I went to school in Boston, and there wasn't a big community at the time. So that's why I started choreographing actually, because I wanted to train myself. Like I had come from the LA community, so I knew what was out there. So then I felt like I could do it. Like I wouldn't be like the best of the best, but like all of my friends and I, there were like 5 of us that were like, we can do it. And we would just teach each other all day, every day. And the balance was definitely hard, I will say. I had to like keep telling myself I have to finish it, like finish school at least. And that was a hard part. But I feel like it made me want to dance more because I had the other thing holding me back. So then after hours, I would just like let it all out, you know? Yeah.
Damn, I'm inspired. That was really great. Honestly, I feel like very similar, like to everything you just said. That was really yeah, everything she said, like it's hard as hell. Like what you think? Like it was hard. I cried to my mom so many times. Like, can I please like do another major? Like do anything else? I did the bare minimum too, like 14 hours, whatever. Literally, I mean, I didn't go bare minimum, but like I did like 14 hours. Cause you can do like 17 hours, 18 hours. I did like 4.5 years. Like I just stretched it out because I just knew, like you said, as soon as school was over, it was time to dance. Like. And I just was setting. I think for me, I started traveling like 2016. I graduated when I was 2019. So like, once I started traveling, it was definitely over with. Cause I'm like, my dreams are right. That was my dream at the time, to travel. I'd never traveled as a kid. Like that was crazy. So I was just trying to set up my schedule to like to make sense. So like, if I knew I wanted to travel on the weekends, then I would try to just make sure all my classes would be between Tuesday and Thursday, pretty much, so that I can like have Friday buffer and Monday buffer enough. It never was perfect, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have to get homies to help out and things like that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's the drive. I think, like you said, having those people around you that push you and like just having that inner determination. I also was the same. Like I think I choreographed. I feel like I was a choreographer before I was even a dancer in a way, because a lot of the times I choreographed just to train, like you said, train myself and figure out, like, I'm watching things on on Instagram, not to like be wowed by it, but to like learn from it and try to like imitate it so that I can learn. So then when a choreographer would come into Chicago, like Lyle, for example, like I love Lyle, you feel me, like stylistically. So I would like see his nuances, try to like pick up on things, try to like put it in my own pieces and my own choreography, figure out what it was, and then he would come into town and I would like go to class and smash low key, because I understand kind of, even if it's not what he's doing, I understand where he's coming from ish. And then in class, I'm actually learning what he's doing from the source itself. And now I'm doing it my way because I've already like dissected it my way a little bit. So that was also my process during college as well. Just like finding that balance of like, how can I maximize my time in dance and also put myself out there while also doing this for my parents and make myself proud. I mean, college is hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of discipline, you feel me, to show it. So, shout out to you.
Yeah. Well, I still choreograph like that. I still like, when I choreograph, I always like add things that I'm not comfortable with on purpose so that I can run it 10 times when I teach and like, you know, learn it by myself again.
And kind of piggybacking off of that, like, my girlfriend Macy, like, she is so like one of the best dancers I know, and I'm trying to learn more about, you said like you put vocabulary in your pieces that is hard for you. Like, I wish I was better at like training my own pieces so that I can get better at those new pieces of vocabulary and training like foundation. And I feel like my girlfriend Macy is like really good at practicing like her own choreography. Where when she shows up to class or performance or anything like that, like she's not really thinking about it because she's just like second nature, have practice and have that discipline of like running those reps, you know what I'm saying? So, thank you.
Nice. So you both are talking about choreographing. Was that always, I guess, your goal, like to be a choreographer versus like a dancer? And because I know you've both done both. But is there one that you have a preference for, and why?
I can talk first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, I feel like I was almost like a choreographer or a creator before I was even a dancer.
Right.
But dance has helped even in my choreography is what I'm realizing now, actually. Like, now that I like work or whatever, like I'm learning like stage presence and like how to fill space when I feel uncomfortable, like, because on stage there's no feeling uncomfortable because now you're uncomfortable in front of 10,000 people, you know what I'm saying? So even if you mess up or whatever, it's how you recover and all that. So I think it's being a dancer has low-key helped me as a choreographer more than I expected, because I thought I was, like I said, from Chicago, I didn't think I was going to be a dancer at all because there was not many opportunities for that. So
Yeah, same. I think I was always just like, I mean, I do a lot of DIY stuff anyway. Like, I like to do things by myself in the first place. So I think when I started choreographing, it was a lot easier for me to like just trust my ear with things. Yeah, like I just honestly just repeat like the song over and over, like you were talking about when you were teaching. I just like keep it on repeat, and like I hear what I hear, and then I'll make whatever I hear match it, you know. So I think for me, I started dancing later. Like I started when I was like 16. So I also didn't think I could dance. Like, I mean, that's for kids who have been dancing since they were like walking, right? That's what I thought, yeah. So for a while I was just like choreographing. But then, like now that I'm like deep in it, I think I like choreographing because there's like more to it than just dancing. Like I had a whole 16 years of life before I started dancing where I was still into arts and like music and all that. So I feel like now that I'm choreographing, I can add a lot of different elements of myself that's not just dance, whether that has to do with like outfits or like, I don't know, stage design or something, lighting even, I don't know, anything. But I like see it as a whole, like a compilation of things. Dance is just like my medium through it. So I obviously like doing both. You can't like get the same stage experience unless you're on stage. So that's like very like precious opportunities, of course. But I think for me, if I had to choose, it'd be choreographing. There's just like so much more to it, you know. Yeah.
I will also just add, like, just like how I run class, I feel like that's kind of my answer in a way, like, because I feel like for me, it's almost about the music first, and I feel like my favorite part about choreographing is the idea that I can dance to my favorite music, if that makes sense. So like, I can like, if somebody hasn't choreographed something to like a song that I like, then I can do it justice in a way, or like I can bring this to life my way. Like I feel like the idea of like problem solving, like to me, music is like a puzzle. So like for me and it's like scrambled. So like me listening to this music is like I'm like a puzzle solver, like trying to like figure out how to create this flow and how to make it make sense. Especially if it's like got a nasty like pocket or something. I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to like get this, you know. And I think that is just like the satisfaction that I like with choreographing. And then that's what I'm saying with class, like I've been doing more like choreo formula, like in the beginning how we like switch to songs, because I'm just like, I like this song, but I don't necessarily feel like choreographing to it. So like if I can just find a piece that can like also go to this song, then I can like knock that itch out of like getting this song done just being able to dance to the song, period, you know? And I think to me, that's the most rewarding part. Again, maybe even about dance for me. Like I love to just hear a good, like to feel music, period. So.
What do you feel like, I guess like, you know, as you grow, or like as time goes by, you're growing in your careers, and a part of that is like being consistent. How do you feel like you have continued to remain consistent, like increase your career and grow in that way? And do you have advice for people who are trying to figure out how to stay consistent with choreographing or dancing or training?
Go ahead. I need to think about this one.
I'm like an overthinker, 100%. Like, especially since COVID, like, I almost feel like it's like pre-pandemic or post-pandemic sometimes. And I feel like after pandemic, I got so much more like introspective, you know, about dance specifically. Like I dove deeper into dance, and you know, they always be like, there's teachers and there's dancers and there's choreographers. They always say that, like, you know, just because you're a good teacher, don't mean you're a good dancer. And if you're a dancer, okay, I'm trying to be the trifecta. You feel me? So I think for me, that kind of like helps me like stay fresh in everything in a way, because it's like if I get bored or burnt out from like teaching, then maybe I just need to like dance. And if I get burnt out from dancing and I'm like learning too many people's stuff, or I'm feeling like I'm losing myself or something, then maybe I need to choreograph. If I feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, or if I feel like my choreography is not being articulated enough and I can't explain it to people, then I need to teach. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like me wanting to be the trifecta helps me avoid kind of like burnout and kind of stay fresh with everything, because now there's also more things for me to study and nerd out about in dance. Like I can look at a dance video and be like, man, that person's like has great textures, or is so full out, and so whatever. I can also watch a freestyle thing too and think completely different things too. So there's like two parts to dance in that kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And I can look at choreography and be like, wow, this person's formations are like really amazing, or like how they use lighting and stuff for their set is crazy. Like even the difference between our set, Tinashe's set, and like watching J-Lo's set, like completely different, because like the production value and everything. So then you see like the creative direction, you know what I'm saying? So I think kind of like being open to the idea that, like you said, like dance is just the medium, but there's so many moving parts around dance that you can kind of like keep circulating through. I think just, that's what helps keep dance kind of fresh, and especially choreographing, and like that momentum, or I guess that progression like throughout the years, it keeps it fresh. Because you're not just growing in one thing, you're always growing in dance. You know what I'm saying? I never feel like I've learned everything. It almost feels like every time you feel like you completed one level, you back to square zero, and now you gotta like get to the end of that level. You know know what I'm saying? So I think the key is to not give up, period. That's the key to being a great choreographer, dancer, teacher, astronaut, president, like whatever. Like you gotta just like be persistent, you know.
Let's see. I think, yeah, you're right. I think consistency gets hard because of the overthinking, right? Like you do too much of one thing and then you're like, oh, there's this and that and this and that. And then there's too much on the plate you want to deal with and now you don't want to do it anymore. Like it's that, right? So I think lately I've been balancing that by going to like my friends' sessions or like random classes that I've never taken before. I mean, at the end of the day, dance is supposed to be fun. Like we do it because it's fun, you know. Music's fun. We're just supposed to be in the moment of it, right? So I think I try to, whenever I get overwhelmed with too many things, I just try to go back to that. Music's fun. I'll just go like, you know, headbang somewhere. That's dancing, you know. I'll watch a dance video. That's thinking about dance, you know. I think it's like very important to be easy on yourself when it comes to overpowering things. It's just a fun thing, you know. You just have to remind yourself of that. Yeah, but I think community really helped me. Like when I don't know what to do, I'll just like go to a friend's session, and then afterwards we're all giggling and having fun. Like it wasn't that serious, and like that usually pulls me out of whatever funk it is. But yeah, like he was saying, like there's a lot of facets in dance. So I think like go beyond just like training or going to class and picking up the choreo. You know, you can go to class and like main point be like just facials, or like main point be like I'm gonna have energy in my hands today. Like little things, like it doesn't have to be so serious. So yeah, I always try to circle back to that, having fun.
I would say too, another thing is like, if we're talking about growth, I feel like don't be afraid to lean into like knowing how you learn even outside of dance. Cause it sounds weird, but I feel like playing Fortnite low-key helped me understand how to be better at dance in a weird way. Cause in Fortnite, with Fortnite you can like watch, like, no, for real, you can like watch tutorials and stuff online. You know what I'm saying? So you watching like other people play, you watching. There's mechanic training, and like so in Fortnite there's like creative mode. You can do mechanics training. You feel me? And to me, the more you train your mechanics, you train building, you train shooting, like you train your aiming, you train different parts of playing the game individually, and then subconsciously you just get better at those things. So to apply that to dance, I literally didn't understand that until recently. I was trying to understand like foundations. I'm like, okay, like learn your foundations, like why? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing. Like the more you like do that one foundation over and over and over again, you isolate that one thing, and now you can compound it with the other things that dance is, and you become better because you're putting in those reps and you're going to the gym. So I feel like if you know how you learn outside of dance, whether it's like school or whatever it is, baseball, basketball, and you have a practice regimen for another thing, I feel like applying that thing to dance as well can also be a cool way to know yourself within that growth.
Just switching to like industry side of things, a lot of people here want to pursue dance on a professional level. You're both signed, yeah. So how was that, I guess, process for you? And do you feel like being signed has like gave you a huge jump, or is it kind of just like a thing to I'm signed? You know, like what you feel like it has done for your career?
Well, I got signed like a month ago, so it's really fresh. But going back to like the earlier stuff that we were saying, like I also thought I was just never going to be signed. Like I haven't been doing this. I don't know industry people like that. Like I'm just dancing because I like dancing, you know. I was just going to do it, you know. And I got plenty of jobs without being signed. Like I just like kept showing up in places, I would go 150% every room I would go into, from start to finish. One of the best advice I got when I first started dancing was just that somebody's always watching. So like there's never a lack of opportunities out there. Like somebody's always watching and somebody will put you on if you're standing out that much, you know. And I like carried that for I don't know, like 5-6 years, and then I got signed, you know. So I think like me getting signed a month ago was the right timeline for me. Like I was getting enough jobs by myself, and then now I wanted more. Like I wanted the opportunities that I could only get by being signed. So that's why I like really went for it now. But before I was just kind of like, if it comes to me, it comes to me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then I worked plenty. I had no complaints. Like I would just be very focused on how I'm training about the dance part of it, instead of thinking about like what the industry would want, or like you know, like trying to chase the job. I would just chase like the choreographer, or like the dancing, or like the environments more. So yeah, I don't think being signed is necessary at all by any means. Obviously it helps, but I think, yeah, there's plenty out there. And you can make your own opportunities. I was making my own opportunities for a long time. Like I would, when I was in Boston, when we didn't have a lot of stuff, I would just like gather my friends and have a showcase. And then we would film those videos. Like that was our work, you know? I would like sign up for school showcases for us, and like I would find work in that way, and I would treat everything like a job. And I think that took me a long way. Like each job kind of fed into another. Like my first opportunity, like the choreographers brought me on for another thing, and then I met like production people there that brought me for another thing. So I think like how you show up is more important than like what your credits are or whatever, you know. Yeah, there's room for everyone, you know. So yeah, I think just focusing on your own paper is like the main thing that helped me through. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you get signed?
So I got a job, and then I had a mentor tell me to go get signed with it. Yeah, because apparently that's a thing. Like when you have a job.
I was about to say that is like the easiest way to get a job,
I didn't know
or
that.
to get an agent. Okay.
Yeah, like I'd never heard of anyone do that though, like personally. So I didn't know.
First person I heard do that was Dom LaShawn.
Oh my god.
Freaking Justin Bieber. I was like,
So dramatic.
oh my bad. You need an agent because you booked Justin Bieber tour. Like my bad. I want to piggyback off of what she was saying, but I will start by saying I remember people that I looked up to when I was sitting in these rooms 10 to 15, 12 years ago. They were all like, yeah, like you don't need an agent, like, and I agree. I don't think you really need an agent. Like you can, like you said, there's plenty of jobs out there, there's plenty to do. I think no matter what, you gotta work on you. Like, now that I'm in the industry, before I was in the industry, it looked so intimidating. It looked so like, oh my God, like, this person's doing this. When you're in the industry, everything kind of like regular as hell. Like everybody, like, even the artists, like they're also struggling. Like they're also trying to figure it out. The industry is crazy right now. Like, you know, it's streaming and stuff now. They used to have like CDs and DVDs to the, like now it's like there's no residuals and stuff. So everybody's just like struggling and kind of figuring it out. So I think now it's just like, once I got in the industry, maybe like a year, I'm only like 3 years into the industry, so I'm not like a vet or nothing like that. I'm still new, I'm still learning it, but this is my student reflection. It's like, it's more important to just know what value you add to the table. Like, I think if you just that's why I be telling people the best thing you can do is actually freestyle and like foundation and like find your like specialty. Like if you have a specialty, you got way more opportunities than all of us who can do choreo, because everybody can, like it's 2025, everybody can do choreo now, you know what I'm saying? So now they're looking for like, oh, like who's the swaggiest person, or like how does this person's like hair bounce around when they're doing this? Like now it's just like, it's so nuanced that all you can really do is just be yourself, and like the right thing is gonna find you every time. Like you having your jobs and stuff, like you said, now is the time for you to be signed, and that makes sense. Everything is connection based and like typecasting, and like I'm telling y'all, like when we on these jobs, the dancing is like 20%. It's like we gotta move boxes around, we gotta carry the artists, we gotta like it's fireworks on stage, like it's all this stuff happening. that's like meant to. It's like basically the challenge is like you got this choreo and they're throwing all this stuff at you to throw you off basically the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really looking for who can do choreo, but that's like the bare minimum. They're looking for like people who can self-manage, like people who are like cool people, like people who. You don't have to be like outgoing, just be like nice. You know what I'm saying? Be kind, like be just like fun to be around. And again, you don't gotta be a fun person to be around, but like don't be a party pooper. You know what I'm saying? I think those things is what I'm learning are more important to being on a job and being signed than these things. Then yes, skill. Like that's just the bare minimum at a certain point. You know. So I would say my advice is to make concept videos, do other people's concept videos, like be community, you know what I'm saying? Like show up, literally show up. That does way more, like you said, you never know who's watching, but you just never know who's like in the room, even for a hangout. Like you might meet somebody just hanging out. That's how like a lot of choreographers get put on to more jobs by like going to industry parties and stuff and like meeting directors, and then they just happen to like be cool with the director, and the director like, you know what, I have a movie for you, and they're like, oh cool, you don't even know how I dance, but like
that's how I booked my first commercial. I just happened to go out with dancers and a producer happened to be there, and then she hit me up the next day. I was like, I actually have a job for you. They're looking for a 5'4" Korean girl. I was like, that's me! Present!
Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you, I've been beating myself up for the last like 2 years, because like you said, I want to transition into choreography. Like I do want to dance is so fun, it's lit, but I do want to choreograph, and I know really the easiest way to do that is probably to meet people and like just kind of like win the lottery in a way. Like that's how it is, literally. Like you got to just show up, and you're not gonna win a lottery by not buying a lottery ticket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta take your chances. You know what I'm saying? And just keep going and be persistent. As far as finding an agency specifically, it's hard as hell. Like it's everybody's trying to get signed. You know, so the easiest way is to get a job. The easiest way to get a job is to know choreographers. The easiest way to know choreographers is to show up to classes, especially in small cities. That was my cheat code, I guess I can say. Like I'm in Chicago. People are not trying to pay for class. People are not trying to show up. People too cool. People da-da-da. I'm not going to be too cool. I'm going to go to class. I'm going to be the one person next to Tony's or like whoever, like maybe not the best example right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the one person like taking class and going to these workshops. So they're like, oh, like, damn, like you raw as hell. You know what I'm saying? And all the other raw as hell people, there's other great people around, but they just don't show up. So they don't get the compliments and get the opportunities. And then boom, I also went a step further. Like, okay, I'm in college. Damn, you know, but like every spring break, every winter break, I was in LA. Like, you know, I see people these days, let me go over to do these different things and da-da-da. I'm like, let me go to LA where where I want to be, where the jobs are and where da-da-da is happening, and go take the classes of the people who I just saw in Chicago who did the workshop. And now they're like, oh, I recognize you from somewhere. I think the mistake people try to make is moving to LA to get better. Because now you're just in LA with a bunch of other people who's also trying to get better, versus just standing out in your city. And now when you go to LA, they're like, oh, you're so-and-so from da-da-da. Like, I recognize you from somewhere. And now you automatically stand out. And now, I just happen to be looking for a 5'4" Korean girl. Now, you just happen to be in town. How long you in town for? Perfect. Like these dates, these are the dates. You need an agent to get. Okay, let me refer you. And then now you got a job. You know what I'm saying? So I think some people, again, you can move to LA, but things are just so different now. There's not a lot of auditions and stuff happening. Now all you can do is just like be you. Like be you. Like post on Instagram, like post you taking class, post you showing up. People just like to see people who show up, even if they're giving people a chance. A lot of times, I literally just got done looking for a job, I'm finally in the choreographer chair. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to typecast for a job, and like I was just going through profiles, and Now I'm like, damn, I need to like update my like photos on my profile because I'm going through other people's profiles trying to like pitch to the team that these people are good dancers, but I can't even pitch anything because there's nothing on their profiles to show that they're good dancers or that they have this look that fits this aesthetic or whatever it is. So it's a lot of nuance to it, and I know this is a long ass answer, but it is a lot of like things that you can like do to really play the game smartly instead of like playing the game the traditional way, because it might not work that way no more, you know.
Just to piggyback off that quickly, what do you, how big of an impact do you feel like your social media has in you? Because you're talking about also being in the room physically, but also the reason I found y'all is off Instagram. So what do you feel like, you know, doing to your Instagram, or how important is that now in 2025, you know?
It's everything. It's the new resume, for
Yeah.
sure. I feel like even after I got signed, like people wanted my Instagram before they wanted like my agency email or whatever, you know? So, I mean, but that doesn't mean necessarily you have to like curate it like an influencer, like everything's pretty, like that's not the point. They just want to see how you dance anyways. So I think like if the video makes you happy, just like put it on there. If you don't feel good about posting it, put it on your story. Like, I think it's just important to show people that you're constantly training and like you're out here and you're ready, you know? It's half about that more than it is about like skill, you know? Like the best dancer, if they have like 2 posts and it's both photos, like what are you gonna do? I can't hire that.
Like, actually,
yeah, I can't like send it to casting people and be like,
now you're pissing me off.
yeah.
Now I can't even pitch you. You raw as hell, but now I can't even do anything.
Exactly, and there's a lot of people that are like that
Telling
because
you.
yeah, like it's a perfectionist thing about posting or whatever, and you're gonna forget about it in like 2 weeks anyways. So just post it, just have it so that they know what you are capable of. You know, it's not one video that's gonna make or break you. It's not like one viral thing. You know, it's just they need to see like, oh, she can do that. Oh, she can do gymnastics too. Like, you know, like all these different things. Yeah.
I think the important thing to know is that if you want to think about it like, oh yeah, is social media your portfolio? It's like, what are you trying to do? Period.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's, because everything is art, and everybody's trying to create their vision and fill their vision with people who fit the vision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually battling this question in my real life right now because I'm like, again, after trying to cast my own stuff, I'm like, damn, like, am I putting myself out there for the jobs that I want? I think that's what I'm trying to transition now. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is like my senior year. That's how I feel like. This is my senior year in the industry. You feel me? So now I'm like, okay, I've done the just happy to be here thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's great. But now I'm like, I want to work for more like male artists, and I want to do more like smooth stuff. Like, I love the sexy guy stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I want to do more like smooth
guy.
criminal, yeah, smooth, you know, singer stuff, you know? So now I'm like, so if you've seen my Instagram for the last like year, I've been trying to like do more smooth stuff and more like, just like getting into that bag, because I want people to go to my profile and be like, oh, I can see him dancing in my video because of how he's moving right here. Or I can see him being on stage with us because of how he's dressed in this post. Like for Met Gala, it was about dandyism. So I'm sure Galen was like, cause I don't know, I saw something. And I saw like a random picture from one of them like random Coachella posts from like 2 years ago of me like wearing like a suit and tie on like a mood board that I feel like I saw her have. And I'm like, damn, like she was looking for a picture of me in like a suit, kind of like aesthetic to like probably pitch to the directors that this person would fit the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it's like you don't have to matter. Like I know this one dude, Kelvin. He like quit dance, but he still be just like booking. Like he don't have no Instagram or nothing, but people just know him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like either you well connected, or you gotta like basically, again, play the game to show. Like it's almost like you're manifesting what you want.
Yeah.
That's how I look at my Instagram. Like I'm not like, oh, I'm doing this for clout or anything. I'm just like, I'm showing y'all. Like I just posted Moderator class. I did teaching this one piece, and I do choreo formula. And I'm just like, damn, like I want to show people that I can be like a community person. Like I add value to these intensives and these camps and things because I feel like I'm very community like oriented. I feel like my superpower is like helping people feel comfortable in class and stuff like that. So like, how can I show that on my profile so that people know what they're getting when they're hiring me? Is my thought process. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you saw that, but like again, even the post that y'all posted for my promotion, like I'm like, okay, I'm cool with people knowing that that's generally the style that I'm gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it's just all about curation. You know what I'm saying? It's just we curate these events. It's art. Like Reveal, it's not random. Like I don't just any, many, mighty, mo these teachers. Like every teacher is there because it's like I want a fun person. Like I want a serious person. I want somebody who's a really good teacher, but maybe not that fun. I want somebody who's maybe not the best teacher, but can get everybody up and run. You know what I'm saying? And I can go to people's like either profiles or to their classes to experience that for myself. And it's all branding at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's only as important as it is important to you for what you want, is what I would say.
And going off of that, I mean, that's how I started teaching too. I at one point I stopped posting like class videos and I started posting all my sessions. And then I was like telling people all the time that I want to teach. I can sub for you if you're gone, if you'd have me. Or I would just like throw it out there, and then I would always post my sessions back to back to back. And everybody knew that I wanted to teach at some point, you know? And then I got the opportunity, you know? Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, she was saying earlier, like, you know, just post, and that's scary, and I get it. And I'm on the same page now, though, like, man, I feel like, especially when we got reels and stuff now too, you know what I'm saying? You can just throw it on the reels if it don't hit, you know, but like, I swear though, I feel like it's more so to me out of sight, out of mind. Like, for me, if I'm posting something, I've probably watched it a million times, you know what I'm saying? So even if it don't hit to everybody else, it hit to me, and that's all that matters, low key. And I feel like, honestly, it's like, even the other day I posted this carousel, and you'll probably look at it later, I'm gonna be embarrassed now that I'm saying it, but I posted this carousel and I made this long ass caption, and I was just like speaking my mind on the caption, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just free flowing thoughts. And it didn't really get like a lot of likes or anything. And after I was like, damn, like do I just like delete the caption? Cause it is a little like weird, you know what I'm saying? Like it is a little like out there. Not really, but I was just like, oh, whatever, overthinking it. But then I'm like, honestly, to me, that's how you really find your true community. You know what I'm saying? That's how you really find your people who really love you, for real, or who really like relate to you for real. Versus just like the viral moments, it's just like the general stuff. Like that's generally everybody, but the niche, when you niche down and when you're really yourself and you show yourself and somebody's like, oh wow, like I like peanut butter dipped in ketchup too. Like, and you're like, what? Like to the general public, that might be disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But like, you might find 10 people who love that too. And now you're like starting a trend off of like 10 people who like peanut butter dipped in ketchup. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say like, just be you, man. And don't be afraid to, like, don't let the algorithm scare you either. Cause I promise you, I did Donald Glover, and I'm not keep throwing things out, but I'm just giving real stories. I did Donald Glover 2 years ago, and the director Hero, like he's directed like all the Childish Gambino's videos in Atlanta, and like The Bear. Like he's directed a bunch of huge things. I swear he watched my story all the time. I'm like, damn. Sometimes I'm like, damn. I wonder like what he's thinking, like when he's watching my shit. You know what I'm saying? But in my stories, I got 20, again, just to give you all the facts, I got 24,000 followers. To me, I don't feel like I get that many views on my story, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, the quality of who's looking at my story is like crazy. So I'm like, but I'm not using that as a hindrance to my creativity either, where I'm like, oh, like, Hero's watching my story, so I don't want to post anything too crazy. I'm posting weird shit, and he's still watching my story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm posting deep thoughts, he's still watching my story. So it just don't matter. And even if he stopped following me, that's just one person, and it don't matter either. You know You know what I'm saying? So all you can do is just be you. Don't let social media ruin your life. Period.
Period. Yeah. Thank you both so much. Appreciate it. We have to wrap this up. If you guys have questions for them, ask them on your own time, separately, outside. We have to clean up and get out of here. But thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. Our show is tomorrow. If you haven't got your tickets, please get your tickets. It's going to be a great show. It's at 1 p.m. tomorrow, down the street, actually. Yeah, thank you guys.
Just real quick, I love Instagram, like answering questions and stuff, so please feel free to just hit me on Instagram if you do have any extra questions or need advice or struggles or anything. If you don't catch up right now.
Everybody should